Okay.
Okay, then I think we can start. I don't know if we are going to record.
Yes, we are recording.
Okay, we are already recording. Okay. First of all, again, welcome to this webinar, October webinar, to present the proposal of the Master in Tourist Innovation. Just a little bit of housekeeping before starting. You can ask any question you like, but please remember to raise your hand. Because we need to activate your mic in order to ask the question, so you can't activate it yourself. So please, if you have questions, just raise your hand or write in the chat, and we will read the question and then answer them right away. That said, I think we can start. I'm going to introduce you briefly some of the main features of the Masters in Tourist Innovation. And then today we have with us, as usual, one of our alumni, Nina Maric, who will share with you her experience and how was her career, the different steps, and what she is doing at the moment. We should have another of our alumni joining us today, but unfortunately he is the CEO of an important tour operator, and he had urgency board meeting for today at this hour, so he kindly registered his message for you, and we are going to share it later with you. So that's more or less the plan for the next hour. I'll start, as I was saying, introducing to you what are the basic features of the Masters in Tourism Innovation. The first feature, I think, is the partnership, who is managing and organizing this program. So I introduced the partnership. First of all, Ciset. I am a senior researcher at Ciset, and I am also the learning activities coordinator for the master program. And Ciset has a 30-year-long experience in executive education and consultancy for the travel and tourism industry. This master program we are presenting today is in kind of the inherits, in a way, all the network and all the expertise created along 30 years in managing another master program that basically was the basis for the career of many Italian and non-Italian people working now in the travel and tourism industry. With us, the other partner is Venice School of Management. Venice School of Management is a school of Ca' Foscari University of Venice. And it is also certified by EQUIS. It is a certification which is granted to the 1% of the business schools in the world. So this also is a guarantee of the quality of the research on the one side, and of the education on the other side. Thanks to the work in research and education, both of Venice School of Management and Ciset University, Ca' Foscari University of Venice, is currently at the first place in Italy for hospitality and leisure studies in the QS World University Ranking. This is to say that one of the strong points I think we can guarantee as a school at all is the quality and rigor of the education we provide in this field, together with a long experience in education, and which also mean a wide network of companies, destinations, public administration, which are linked to us and know us as a point of reference for recruiting, for research, or for again for education. And also these guarantees on the other side are direct links between education and research, which means that the people who are going to participate into the master program will have a cutting-edge approach to the travel and tourism industry, because again, we are looking forward with the research and what is going to happen, not only what is happening or what happened in the past in this industry. So this is the partnership that organizes the program, which is one, of course, of the features. We are not going on. I don't know. No, sorry, I stopped too much. Okay, it's not working again. Okay, so as I was saying, this kind of partnership guarantees also a wide network of partners. Here you find a list of some of them. They are not all of them, because the full list is, I think, more than 400 companies and public administrations, but you can see here some names of the ones we kind of cooperate more frequently, and you can see there are Wilton, Marriott, and all the hospitality brands, very known hospitality brands, but also OTA like Booking.com or Expedia, all the kind of tour operators, for example, like Gattinoni, and then we have cooperation with others like, and you will hear it, Jumbo Tours and other important tour operators. And then we also have links with all the territories management, and so you see here the association of the Via Francigena, but then also Musei Civici in Venice, and other kinds of institutions linked both on the side of tourism and on the other side to culture management and exploitation. And then, of course, there is the world of events management, and the world of the destination management organizations. Like here you have in list Bologna Welcome, but there are many others we have cooperation with in Italy and abroad. So these are some of our partners. We are going to then explain in detail that this is not kind of the final list of the companies you can access through your through your training. This is just to give you some idea, and then the decision about the stage, your internship period, it will be a tailor-made process with each one of you. So this is an idea, just to give you an idea of who might be the partners we have. This is just an idea because the tourism industries are many, differentiated, and they basically constitute a sort of universe, as you can see here, because these industries includes some of the ones we already see, exploring a bit the partners, so OTAs, and then of course the hospitality business, and the hospitality business is not just hotels, but there is also open air, there is also property management, for example, and then there is the world of tour operators, and you are going to touch it a bit today with Roberto Pannozzo, one of our guests today, that basically his career has basically kind of touched the different kind of tour operators you can meet in this industry, niche one, incoming operators, wholesalers, who are operators that buy a lot of rooms and then make it available to other operators in a B2B, business to business kind of relationship. There are flash deals, review websites, and so on, or platforms like Get Your Guide, for example. So there is another kind of word behind intermediaries kind of category. And then, of course, there is all the word of farmhouses, wine tours and rules, winemakers and canteens, which are part of the tourist world as well, and the word of culture in a way, both in the sense of museums and so on, but also in the sense of cultural events and festivals. And then there is the word of all the business events and private events, like weddings are private events, but are part again of this industry. And then there is we can't forget the mobility part, so airports, local mobility, airlines, cruise lines. So you can see that it's very difficult to have a complete list of partners in one slide because this word is really articulated, differentiated, and you can imagine a career through or even across all these kinds of all these kind of different businesses, or some of them are not businesses. For example, the destination management organization are often public bodies. And within public bodies as well, such as municipalities, such as regional governments, and so on, there is people who is specifically managing the territory and its development as a destination. So there is also a part of the public world, of the public bodies that is specialized and works every day to manage tourism. So this is a quite wide panorama of possibilities in terms of career. As I said, we have a couple of our alumni, and the idea is that through their experience, you can kind of start to touch more concretely some of these words we described and some of this career. The first one I'm going to introduce is Nina Maric. Nina attended, I think, the 2010-2011 edition of
years ago.
10 years ago, yes, of the master program, and then she started an internship. We were discussing it earlier in 5-star hotels in Croatia, and there she kind of assisted in obtaining the certificate, maintaining the certification as a leading hotel of the world. And from then she started her career only in hospitality, basically, but seeing a different kind of aspects of the management of hospitality, guest service, sales and marketing, F&B even, I think. And she ended up being a general manager of one hotel. And I think 3 years ago, something like that, she decided that to put this experience into a different kind of business, and she created her own business, which is called Oltre Hospitality Consulting. So she supports now other hospitality business, but she will explain to you better what she does presently and how she got there. So please, Nina, the stage is yours.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me, and welcome to the students that showed interest in this master program. As said, my career was through various departments in hospitality, and it went from front desk, sales and marketing, conferences and events, food and beverage. Then I ventured into food and beverage of a mega event company that I worked for. And after that, I returned for food and beverage general manager, and then started this business. Personally, I always thought that hospitality consultants should be, or I have always seen, and I will say it, a little bit older men with a lot of experience. So for a lot of time, I doubted if it was the right time or not because of my age. I'm not like young anymore, but I'm still young. And but I decided 3 years ago it was time, because when I looked back at all my experiences, I said I'm perfectly capable of giving a hand and helping someone achieving their goals. So the consulting that I do is both operational and conceptual. In terms of operational, as the name itself says and suggests, is basically me assisting properties in bettering their service or solving a problem. Unfortunately, a lot of hotels call you when they have a problem, mostly, and only after, when they get used to you, they call you also for assisting them in developing further their service or their product. And conceptual, as the name says, it starts from a very concept and then develops, helps the owner, stakeholders develop the concept into reality. And that is more or less what I do.
Which kind of person they call you for? Just because?
Sorry?
I'm trying to which kind of problem do you solve? Because I think from outside it's very difficult to see which kind of problem
to understand. Okay,
have.
So
operational problem.
The problems in a hotel business can be various. Problems in the operational flow. Just guests not being very satisfied with your product, and having these problems repeating over and over creates a little bit of discomfort in owners and managers, and then they try to get some outside help or eyes, a set of eyes, to understand where the problem lays. because sometimes when you're too deep in a reality and in a workplace that you also are emotionally attached to, it's very difficult to see clearly where the problem lies. Sometimes it's unfortunately said it's in a person, it's in a style of management, it's in a missing standard operational procedures, bad SOPs, because again, short for standard operational procedures, um, losing money. There are a lot of problems that a hotel can face. So again, having an outside person coming in and going around your hotel and actually understanding, okay, this is the problem, this is what you need to do, and this is how you could solve it. Sometimes they do listen, sometimes they don't listen. Sometimes they, of course, expect you to solve it and the problem to remain solved. But again, after a consultant exits your property, what is important is for the managers to continue to follow up and to stay uh, on top of their game in order to avoid the problem happening again.
I see. Okay. And if you like, tell us a bit more about which are the competencies, the basic competencies for you, how a program like this can help getting there, what are you using of the, basically what you also what you learned, or what you learned across your career.
First of all, the competences that I have, it's people understanding, people skills, and understanding of operation. So deep knowledge of the operation itself. And this I have because of all my experience in actually working and being hands-on in a hotel. I didn't just learn about it, I experienced everything. So when I come in house, let's say, also the people that I work with, the staff looks at me very differently, or with they trust me because they know that I have been through what they're going through. I'm not just a person that thinks that this could work or should work. I'm a person that went through it. So it's, of course, one of my best skill, I think, is the deep understanding of the business and how the business flows and should flow. Secondly, what I needed to work more on later in life, it was the psychology aspect of leading teams, because a module that I saw in the new master, which I said, oh, this is great, because it's so very important nowadays. The majority of the problems, unfortunately, come from how people are led and how big the expectations are. And unfortunately, they are not very realistic a lot of the times. So for me, it was very important to also further deepen my knowledge in that field, and then acquire the skill to be able to speak with people, to understand them, but to deliver a specific message. And again, I saw in the model the public speaking part is very important. Um, so this skill, again, the languages are very important. I speak a few languages, so I'm able to adapt uh, to various situations, and also cultural understanding. Nowadays, you cannot expect one nationality to work in one hotel, although in Italy, especially in Venice, you have a lot of locals, still Italians, working in the hospitality industry. I mean, the percentage is really high, but still in other parts of the world, you have very many mixed nationalities, and you have to be able to deliver the message to each successfully, and each requires a different way, method, speed, and things like that. And again, and one thing that is very important not to overlook is something I didn't like during my masters very much. I didn't pay attention to that person much. I wish I did, was data and statistics. So numbers don't lie. I can have a feeling, but I need to fortify my feeling by seeing the numbers and seeing what is wrong. The numbers will show you right away what's wrong. So even if you don't like something, you have to pay attention to that later in life. It will come very handy.
They say that you
Yeah.
can trust us, that we know you are going to need it.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, you are going to need it. Now I know too. Yeah. So statistics is something I have to be honest, I hate it, but I found it very, very useful. And every time I go in a hotel or somewhere and I ask, well, what are the numbers? I say, oh, the numbers. Okay. Do we need to look at them? Yes, we need to look at them. Yeah. And yeah, you would be surprised because many managers are not familiar with where to look, how to read the numbers, and how to actually translate the numbers. What are they telling you? Yes.
Yeah, sure. And well, we thought about what you hated the most at the program, but turned out to be useful,
Yeah.
quite
Yeah.
useful.
But it's always like this in life. Also, the teachers that not that you hate, but you don't understand at that point in life turn out to be the one that most influenced you. So it's the same thing.
And what on the other side, what was the thing you
The
appreciated?
conceptual,
No, the thing
sorry.
you appreciated, the thing you appreciated the most in your master experience, the other parts.
I appreciated a lot the case studies that we were put on because it required us to work in teams to really solve problems. I appreciated very much the visits of professionals that spoke about real situations and how how the industry works. I appreciated also the connections, but not the connections with the professional, the connections that we created among ourselves, because the person that is sitting next to you one day is going to be the person that is going to hire you, or you are going to hire, or you are going to collaborate with or partner with. So this is not to be taken for granted. There are a lot of people that were on the master today that I keep on somehow crossing, our paths cross. Just the other day, I saw Stefano Celano meeting. I don't know if you remember him,
Yeah,
but
sure.
it was completely like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? He's also assisting a client. So it was very, very interesting to see that. So the networking is it's really what I enjoyed most. But the program itself, it gave a lot of real life situations. This is what I appreciate the more.
Okay, then. And then, well, we go back a bit to your job because you explain what is the help in
Yeah.
the operational from the
Yeah.
operational point of view, but also you mentioned the help on the conceptual point of view. So, uh,
Yes.
might try to explain what does it mean.
Okay.
Again, it might be not so clear what happens,
Okay.
how you
Mm-hmm,
create a concept for a hotel, because on the
mm-hmm.
side, you just see walls in a
What
way.
the end result? Yeah. So the conceptual part is also very, very interesting for someone if you're creative. I personally consider myself very creative. So whenever I get a project that is from the very start on, I'm very excited about that. And at the moment, I'm currently working on a mountain resort in Croatia. So a project that is in the head of the owner and the investor. And we are trying to steer that owner into understanding, first of all, what exactly she wants. What is the idea? Who she wants as guests? How the guests are reaching the hotel? How much she's charging? What does she see in the resorts? Whether wellness, food and beverage offer, and free time, and so on. So we are now in the process of steering her into clearly defining what exactly is the idea. The next step will be sitting down with an architect and a designer and working together, because sometimes architects, and of course a lot of them have experience, but sometimes they tend to go towards the design part, and maybe forget about how the rooms are going to be used and how the spaces are going to be used. The right positioning of a desk in a room can help you clean a room 10 times, not 10 times, I'm over-exaggerating, 2 times faster than in general. A right positioning of the bar and the placement of fridges, coffee machine, and things like that can help you have a faster breakfast service. Can help you generate more income at the very end of the food and beverage part. So this is a very interesting collaboration that happens. Sometimes it's also not very easy, because whoever has an idea, it's very difficult for them to let go of that idea or change it. And then you start with the finding the right suppliers. You also start with recruiting already, because when you're opening a property, and the management team comes always before. And then if you get all the permits and everything, you are there for the pre-opening, and then the story starts. Now I shortened it a lot, but it lasts for a few years until property opens its doors.
Yeah.
And sometimes investors call you, then they go back, then decide to take a break, then they call you again. It's an ongoing thing, and and of course some projects don't ever see the day of light, which is unfortunate, but it's how it is.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, sure. Well, thank you, Nina. I don't know if there are questions already for Nina. If you want, you can raise your hand or write in the chat, and we will read it. Maybe while you're thinking a bit about the questions, I think we can share Roberto Pannozzo story in a way. Roberto attended the master 20 years ago, I think, more or less. He started his career with an internship, of course, in the master program, and then he had a very positive career and always growing career into the world of tour operators, and he basically touched many of the different kind of tour operators you can find in the market, especially from the incoming point of view, for jumbo tours, which is an important incoming operator all over Europe. And then presently he is the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of Carani Tours, which is one of the historical tour operators, incoming tour operators in Italy. I think they have kind of something like almost 100 years of history, or something like that. A really long story of welcoming people in Italy and organizing their travel. And so we are going to listen a bit from Roberto itself, how was his career, and what he's doing presently as a CEO of this company.
Hello, everybody. My name is Roberto Pannozzo. I'm, an ex-masterino, and I don't remember. I think I participated to the Master Ciset around more than 20 years ago. And today I'm the CEO of Carani Tours. Carani Tours is it's the oldest Italian incoming tour operator. This year we are celebrating our centenary, and our centenary, Elisa. And we operate every kind of tours. We operate regular tours, tailor-made tours. We work we have clients everywhere in the world. We work with Latin America, North America, Europe. We operate in French, English, Spanish, and Portuguese. Anyway, my role in the company is basically actually dedicated to the decision. What I do as job is taking decision. I create the budget with my financial department. I decide the sales policy with my sales department. All my reportee, sales, accounting, commercial, products, are the core of the company, and what I do is to supervise all the process and the decision of the departments. An incoming tour operator is very, an incoming tour operator like us. We count more than 100 employee. It is quite complex because we have several kind of clients and several kind of products. For example, we operate the daily tours like Colosseum, Vatican, visit daily tours from Rome to Pompeii, daily tours from Rome to Florence or Venice. And we operate also several departures during the season, mostly twice departure per week for the multi-day tours. We organize tours by bus from Rome to Venice, Florence, Milan. We go to the south. We operate also regional tours. We have the specific tour in Sardinia or in Apulia, etc. Let's say, what I'd like to transmit to you is that just for my experience, I started I started my stage in Le Strade dei Vini e dei Sapori of Emilia-Romagna. It means that I worked I made my stage in the public field, and working about something that has nothing to see what I'm doing today. And in the meantime, I covered several positions in different fields of the tourism, because after my stage in Le Strade dei Vini e dei Sapori, I worked in a little company in Turin that made incoming. We were a very little company, and there I worked I made everything from the product to the sales to the marketing. Then I made an application for a company that today doesn't exist. That was an Spanish wholesaler. Wholesaler are the company who sell basically hotels and transfer via connectivity, via XML connectivity. And I started work as contract manager, hotel contract manager. That was my career for over 10 years. I worked for a different Spanish company as contract manager for Italy. Then I started work for Orbitz, that was an Australian company, more dedicated to the B2C, but always with the role of contract manager. In this case, I was already a senior contract manager. In this company, I started my first experience as team leader. I started managing a little team of 3 contractors. After this experience, I started work for the Otusa Group as country manager of hotel contracting manager, country manager for Italy. I worked there for 3 years. Then I passed to the Alpitour Group as country manager for Jumbo Tours, that is the incoming network of the Alpitour Group. I worked there for 8 years. And the first couple of years I was country manager for Italy. Then I started taking more responsibility around Europe. I take the responsibility for one of the team in Palma de Mallorca, for the office in Barcelona. Then other country like Czech Republic, Bulgaria, etc. After this experience, I started working for Destination Italia. Destination Italia is one of the largest incoming company in Italy, and it is participated by Banca Intesa and lastminute.com. I started working there like CPO, Chief Product Officer. After 1 year, I became general manager, and after 6 months, when the company suffered a kind of reshuffle of the stakeholders, I became the CEO of the company. After more or less 1 year, I left the company and I went working for MSC Group. That is the largest shipping company it's the third shipping company in the world. I participated to the project of Explorer Journey, and I was the director for the incoming project of the group. The project was called Going to Italy. And after this experience, I was called by this incredible company, and for the last year, I'm the CEO of Carani. That is the history of tourism of Italy. I don't know if I can say something more. Elise asked me to speak a little bit about me and about my experience.
Yes.
What I'd like just to add is don't think too much to your stage. I remember when I made my stage, I was not so happy about the stage that was selected for me, because I was I remember that my desire was to become a consultant, because I have known during my experience during the master many Deloitte consultant, and consultancy was my dream. But honestly, I think that any kind of experience, any kind of stage that you can do could give you the possibility to know, as client or as provider, different field, different company, different kind of job that you can fall in love with. So don't be too much concentrate to which is the stage that you will be that will be assigned to you. The only exception I can say that is if you are so dedicated to the hotel, so you have to choose some stage in some hotel. But otherwise, if you are open to discover all the enormous number of field that tourism field can give you, don't be too much concentrate to the stage that you will do.
I think, Roberto, that your career is a kind of example. You change a lot of job position, you change a lot of enterprises in the meantime, always growing up, of course.
Another little tips could be ready to move.
Sorry?
You have to be ready to move, to change cities, because this is a great boost to your career. So if you are ready, if you start working for a multinational company, the best position, the best possibility to grow with your career is to move from one city to another when some opportunity appear in a different city. So be ready to change city if you want to have your career and be ready to change in general. Also field.
Yes, well, Roberto stopped with some advice about with the internship and the career. Of course, he can't answer directly the question, but if his story or what he said kind of raised some curiosity from your side, just write in the chat, and we will do our best to answer your question, even if he's not with us. Just to then complete this brief presentation of the program. We then go back to some of the basic features key features of the program. Nina already underlined, I think, very well some of them. Of the main or the most important features here, which is the direct contact with managers of the company or with real life cases. And we do this through the so-called industry days, which are a period of 1 month, one intensive live month, where students can visit and have classes in the companies, not in a classroom, but directly inside hotels, inside cruise ships, inside terminals of the port, inside the airport, and at the offices, at wineries, at the offices of the professional congress organizers, and so on and so on. So there will be direct contact with the manager and direct contact with the reality, also in its physical aspects. And you see here we are the last year students having a class at Radisson in Venice. So this is surely one of the things, and the other aspect of real life cases are like projects, which are projects where the students are consultants for some kind of company or destination management organization. These kind of projects have been running for 20 years now at the master program, and we cooperated for this with a wide range of companies and destinations, from Lange and Roero, so the Barolo producers, to let you understand, from to B&B Hotels, which is a big European hotel chain, and we were for Starwood, which is now Marriott. We worked also with the smaller territorial realities, creating a bikeway for them, and then a lot of other cases. And this year the masterclass is going to work for a winery, coming back to the theme before, and so on launching some tourist services they want to offer. So this is another kind of real life, real problem approach that we commonly use. And another basic feature is the tailor-made career service. So we for each of our students, we start the process of looking for the internship very early, so around the beginning of March, more or less, so quite in advance, because this is a kind of longer process where together with the students we start to assess what are their skills presently, what are their aspirations, what they want to do in life, which kind of career they would like, at least at the beginning. And then you learned from Roberto that sometimes the idea is not so focused, also clear, and this is a part of the process as well. Sometimes you need time to focus on what you really like and what you really want, or to really understand what implies some kind of job. But we are here also to support this and make clear what are the benefits and what might be the downturns of each different career partner. And then we start getting in touch with the companies to understand which one has the possibility in that moment to evaluate each application, each candidate we present, and what might be the best match in that moment for both the company and for the students, because sometimes the students forget that in this is a triangle. There is us, there are the students, and then we need to keep in mind what are the needs in that moment or in the future, even more in the future of each of the companies we get in touch with. So this is kind of a very tailor-made and long process, a couple of months all in all. Which leads us back to what is the calendar briefly of the program. We start January. From January to the whole of February, we have labs, classes, and team projects online, part-time. The classes are on Thursday afternoon and Friday all day, morning and afternoon. In March, there are the industry days and the fieldwork. So this is the live part of the master program. So you need to be here for 4 weeks, full immersion, as we were saying, where we are going to be and stay at different kind of companies or even destination management organizations with people working there, explaining what they do, what is their jobs, and also working with the students on some little cases. There may be some problem they need to solve in that moment. And as I said, last year we've seen a lot of different kind of companies from the airport to the local mobility, from 5-star hotels to business hotels, from people providing experience on perfume and recreation of perfume to the Venice Marathon, for example, or to the Guggenheim Collection, and we visit wineries and all different kind of wineries, not only the Prosecco ones. So this is kind of 1 month of full immersion in the tourist industries. And after that, we go back to the online part-time formula for April and May. In June, we start the internship. Someone might started earlier, the early part of the first days of June. Someone might start it at the end of the month, but more or less, June is the starting month for the internship. The internship is at least 500 hours. It means 3 months. So from June to more or less all September. And it can also be, if the students are all right with it and the company asks for it, it can be extended up to 6 months so basically up to December. In any case, in mid-October, more or less, we go back to classes with the usual Thursdays afternoon, Fridays all day online formula. And then in December, we have the presentation of the project work, which is the final product each student presents to the master staff and to the teachers, and which is a sort of thesis, but it's a smaller kind of thesis, a shorter one, and it is related to what they did during the program, during the internship. And relating it to what they learned during the program. So this is more or less the calendar. And I also would like to recall that there are two possibilities to access the program. The first one is with a full package, which means that basically all the steps you will go through all the steps I described. The second one is the basic package. It is thought for people who are already working in the tourist industry, and it means that basically you follow all these steps, but instead of the internship, we are going to consider your the daily working activity, your ongoing daily working activity as the internship. So there are two different kind of solution according if you want to. You already have a career in the tourist sector and you want to give it a boost in a way in the company where you better stay in a company where you are working presently, or if you are entering the sector, or if you are already maybe working in the sector, but you see that there is not much future in the company where you're working on, so you need a boost, but for the boost, you just need to change it. And in this case, the full package might be a good solution also for this kind of aim, this kind of goal. And that's it, I think. Just remember that the next deadline for presenting an AI application is the 13th of October. And if you present your application by that deadline, you will have 20% discount on the fee if you want to access the full packages, and a 15% discount of the fee if you access the basic packaging. And I don't know if there are questions already in the chat or somewhere. If not, in any case, if something comes up in the next days, please just get in touch with us through email. You will find us also on every possible social media, more or less, except TikTok, I think. The one that's the last one lacking, the only one lacking. And so get in touch. You can write us, or you can also book face-to-face online meeting with us. If you prefer to talk directly, just go on the master pages on our website, and you will find up on your right the possibility to book a meeting on with us. That's it, I think, from this side. Thank you, everyone, for following this webinar, and of course, as usual, it will be available also if you want to re-see it, or you have to leave or so on. You can on our YouTube channel and then on our website. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice evening.
There is a question.
There is a question.
Yes, I lost it, but
We lost the question.
yes, it was if there are exams at the end of the master program.
Well, there are tests at the end of each of the courses of the program. So the exam at the end of the program is the project work assessment, as I said. So it's a kind of final short version of a thesis. And then for the various courses, there are tests at the end of each course. So it is not like there is not a calendar like the university that you do all the courses and then you have you stop the courses and it appeared now for some reason.
We don't know.
We don't know. Something strange is happening in the chat. Sorry, as I was saying, there is no calendar like the university, so you stop the courses and you do all the exams and then you start the courses. It's not like that. The different courses are going on, and then you will know that, for example, in 1 month, so you will have the test for the marketing course, which is already concluded maybe, and you will have to do it. Usually are not kind of a long session of tests, it's just 1 hour, 1 hour and a half at the most. And so it is organized within the calendar, but yes, there are tests at the end of each course. Other questions?
We hope
there are not all the questions that we can't see in the chat. In any case, as I said, if there are others, just get in touch, and if you lost something, just get in touch with us. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone, and I hope we will see you soon. Okay. So another question.
Yes.
About the entry test. What do you want to know about the test related to tourism? If the question is if you have to study something, the answer is no. You don't need to study any book for this. It is a way we test your interest in the sector. So if you read something about it, even on online reviews, if you visited some portal, if you know some of the destination, what are the major companies, what they are doing, but things like, I don't know what it's Expedia business, something like that. So you don't need to study any books. But you need to show that you are interested, although you're not a professional, of course, this is what we provide to make you a professional, but you are interested in this word. I don't know if I answered the question. Okay, I answered the question. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay.